So what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how to work with departmental accounting from the perspective of we're going to write a check and do some basic stuff. But we're going to more take a look at how we might be able to split a departmental hit between two different locations for a single entry. Now, in order for this to work, you have to have an individual department that is going to get split between the two locations. So a good example of this might be that I have a warehouse or a shipping department and they're out in a warehouse, and then I have a dealership and I've got one electric bill that I pay for both places because we're both physically located right in a close proximity to each other. So what we're going to do first is we're going to jump over here to accounting, and we're going to just write a check just to kind of show you the first step. So we're just gonna, I'll do a debit entry here, and we'll say that this is electric, and I'm just gonna put in $100. Don't we wish we had a $100 electric bill? So we won't worry about all the details here. We're just gonna come down here and pick an expense account because it needs to be a P&L account for departmental accounting to get kicked off. So we'll come down here and see if we see an electric bill. Here's electricity. So I'm going to add the item, and you'll notice when I do this, the departmental accounting hits will come up. And so it's asking me how I want to break this thing down. Well, right now we break this electric bill based on the default configuration. We break it down by administration, parts, sales, and service. And so I'm just going to tell it to use the defaults. So you'll notice that it fills in the other boxes over here. And so now I'm just going to save this entry. So we're going to save it to the database. All right. And so now I'm just going to save the check. And while this is a little bit extra step to do this, and we will work on making it a little bit better in the future, but at least right now we can do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over here to the check register, and we're going to come down here to this checkbook entry that we just wrote. We're going to click to open it up, and then we're going to click to view the GL hits that we just created. And I'm going to click this additional option up here for view GL details. And now what you can see is all the check that got written in all the different departments that got hit for that particular check. But you notice when I hit the view departmental or the view GL details, we get an additional box here to select a location. Now there's two options for dealing with this. One is that let's just say that service is in a different warehouse there, or they're in a different location. It will play like it's the warehouse or the shipping center. So at this point on this particular one, I want to come and pick the warehouse. So we're just going to choose warehouse, and it's only going to change this entry so that this particular expense account is getting hit for the warehouse location instead of for the main dealership location. That's all there is to doing an individual entry. You just change the box. It's immediately saved, and there's nothing else to do. Now, the pencil that's sitting here beside the different locations, if I click on the pencil, it actually opens up another control and asks what I want to change all of the locations to. So if I inadvertently put an invoice in the system with the wrong location, or I put a check in and I accidentally put it in for the wrong location, I can easily go in here and just edit the GL entries and select a different location, hit the save button, and it'll update the entire transaction over to the other location. So that just a few little tips on how to work with locations and the different departments.